Interest rates are going up. Home prices must go down, right? Not necessarily true here in Hawaii. What many people fail to realize is that interest rates being as low as they have been for the last 2 years was largely a symptom of the pandemic. And while most of us are super relieved to see many of the COVID rules and restrictions going away, interest rates going up is sort of a symptom of the world returning to normal. That being said, I know there are still a ton of questions out there on this topic, so we're going to review some historical data to hopefully put your mind at ease, as well as talk about current data for the Hawaii-specific market. The 80s. This decade is known for its music, its fashion, its big hair, and even bigger interest rates. During the 1980s, interest rates were between 10 and 16%. Here in Hawaii, even during this decade, we saw substantial property appreciation. I know hanging out in the 80s has been cool and all, but honestly, that was a really long time ago. Let's fast forward to some more relevant data. Let's say the 2000s. So in the early 2000s, we were all so relieved that we had survived Y2K, we decided it would be a great idea to sit around in our super low-cut jeans, playing on our new iPhones, listening to iconic music from Beyonce and Jay-Z. What were interest rates doing during this decade? On average, they were between 5 and 8%. However, despite this, during that decade from 2000 to 2010, home prices in Hawaii still went up 8 out of those 10 years. Furthermore, in the last 21 years, median single-family home prices here in Hawaii have only gone down 4 times ever in the last 2 decades. And for townhomes, they've only gone down twice and never in back-to-back years. Unfortunately, if you're holding out hope that rising interest rates are going to drive home prices down, that might be like waiting on Beyonce to make a bad song. Unfortunately, here in Hawaii, because we always have such limited supply and such overwhelming demand, despite increasing interest rates, home prices are projected to still increase. That being said, the early 2000s was still a relatively long time ago. So let's fast forward one more time to now and talk about what the market's doing present day. Welcome to the present. Here we are, 2022. It's the end of May as I'm filming this. Let's talk about the last 5 or 6 years of data here in Hawaii. So in between 2016, 17, 18, 19, interest rates were generally between 4 and 5%, which, great news, not that much different than what they are now. But in the Hawaii real estate market, we still saw our home prices go up, say, as an example, in 2016, 5%, 2017, 2.7%, 2018, 4.6%, and the list goes on. So there is a ton of statistical data, not just in the last 5 years or 10 years, but back almost 40 years that show us just because interest rates are 10% or 8% or 5%, homes here in Hawaii continue to gain value. Thanks for taking a quick walk through mortgage history with me. We hope you guys found this video helpful. Be sure to like, subscribe, and follow us for more information on moving to Hawaii and, of course, the Hawaii real estate market.